greedy, right? Like how many times you see a secret draft and go, this is very greedy, is it going to pay off?
How disappointed would you be if there's no balance patch to accompany the new hero? I think that kind of goes hand in hand at this stage. Everybody's super excited about that, obviously, but still seeing some new things. Like you talked about Blaster from the past with the old OD, a lot of cool combos that they have here, potentially. As GH is making his way to the mid lane, has the Avatos available. Will toss back into Weehaw with that Rocket Barrage doing massive damage, and Weehaw ends up getting the first blood as a result.
The first blood bonus as well as the faster level 6. It's still difficult for him to convert it into anything, because like imagine his aggressive play on the OD. It doesn't really exist unless either he gets a gank or the Astral is already used aggressively. But then Nisha needs to make a pretty big mistake to get caught, right? He can always defensively Astral against Call Down and a Rocket Barrage and probably be fine.
He's going in deep. We'll get the Stormhammer off for the finishing blow. But yeah, I mean, despite that huge discrepancy in CS like you're talking about, it is relatively even in terms of net worth just because of that first blood.
First
making
blood's
such
powerful.
A big difference. Indeed.
But
Top
still,
lane looks like we're going to have the Hoof Stomp into air. Actually, it was an arrow into Hoof Stomp.
Or a Pudge, so you wouldn't have the arrows.
Pudge, the classic. It's true.
Puppy's in trouble. Puppy is probably toast. He is being tossed, and he is dead.
The old toss rupture.
Actually, I don't. Okay, it's over. Tsunami knows. He knows everything.
Thank you, Tsunami. Really appreciate that.
He knows.
Homing missile into the mid lane. Nisha not able to get off the Astro in time. Arrow's going to whip as well. The Rocket Barrage is more than enough damage to take out that pesky mid laner. But Chronosphere onto 2. Miracle's made his transition over. They're going to find a second kill for Team NIGMA. All they lose is that position for Tiny.
Like it used to be. Like people are better at moving to the same plays, at coordinating aggression. It just seems like the communication is the main thing that really feels...
Bottom lane. Trying to go for this tower is Mind Control. Gets off the Blood Right, which creates a little bit of space. It looks like this will be a kill going the way of Secret. One way or the other. Where's that double edge? 1 second. Here it comes. Here it comes. Wait for it! Oh! One of the most satisfying spells. The only thing that trumps it would probably have to be Culling Blade.
You love it because you hurt yourself. That's why you love it so much.
Yes, I'm a masochist at the end of the day. Toss into the call down. Nisha in a lot of trouble. Gets off the Astro onto himself. Yapsa with a nice arrow onto GH with the Starstorm to follow. And the extra damage coming out from the OD Astral. Enough to turn that around.
Not Astral into arrow.
That's right. That doesn't work very often either.
There is a combo.
Hoof Stomp into arrow. A lot of damage being applied to Weehaw. Stampede is there as well. Starstorm is enough to get the 1 kill. It's going to be a trade for now, though, as Yapsor looks like he will find his way to the guy. Although, do they have Sentry just on the end and Purification to finish him off? So it's a 2 for 1, but they do get the Gyro.
I think last time he went for an E-Blade, right? I don't know if that was the next item after the Veil or if he got an in-between transition item. This seems like a pretty damn hard game to play without BKB. You have the Omni Knight backing you up, but realistically... Well, it's going to be a trade. Bottom lane. Zai's dead to a Chrono. They did use both Chrono and Rupture on him, though. So either you rely on Omni playing behind you, or if Omni is primarily protecting the Void, you might have to itemize for yourself to stay alive.
Stampede to set up this Astral into the arrow. Will connect, and that will be the death of Mr. Miracle.
No
Absolutely decimated.
Get him out of there.
Anisha looks like he's going to be able to TP out. Mind Control still working on that Atos. That's a couple of heroes that have attempted to TP out. Obviously, the Chrono was forced as a result from the last time around. Once he gets that, he can at least have a bit more of a presence on the map here. But speaking of presence, he's going to get Astraled himself. Arrow to follow again. Nope, not going to connect this time around, but still will find the kill. Off the Rupture for good effect. Just to make them know that they are able to bleed.
Yapsor is human.
True. Not one of those...
Did you hear T Governor before the game? That he was like, these guys haven't been playing so many pubs lately? There it is. If Yapsor plays him around every day, he doesn't miss that one. Man.
That's very true. But in mid lane, Matu taking a ton of damage. Actually going to pop his ult and then die immediately after. If he was in the vicinity, that's probably why he went for it, but ended up going for the life drain onto Zai. Arrow's going to connect onto GH. Do they have enough damage to actually finish him off? It doesn't look like it. All they lose is Sven and that... I mean, it's not as long of a cooldown as it used to be for God's Strength. Still, having that to work with Illusion, obviously, but use the Astral, so now they know that they're in the vicinity.
Yep.
And Control also in the vicinity.
Yep, he has Yule.
Yule into Arrow, connects, but there's not going to be any follow-up right now. As a Chronosphere onto just Nisha. Looks like the Blood Right will be there as well to finish him off with ease. And just like that, Secret now on the run. Yapsor Has to use that Moonlight Shadow, attempting to
He's gonna
TP
get
out.
Atos.
Atos is there. And Blood Right to follow. Oh, leaps out though. Do they have vision? Another sentry placed. Oh, wait,
Nope.
what? What? They're literally right next to him. Okay, he's gonna run right into them.
There's no way.
After his leg. I'll make it a little bit easier for you guys. Although Stampede is there, Atos to follow. Looks like he will finally... No, he's still alive. Mind Control finally gets the right click off. Mid lane is really where the fight is right now. Miracle cleaved down. Puppey using that heal to high effect. GA a little bit too late as they lose both the Gyro and the Void in mid. The tier 1 tower as well.
Let's go for that.
Oh, Han as well.
Maybe you would say that in, what's it called? Valorant as well.
No. Maybe occasionally. Puppey, he looks like he finds Kuroki, but the
Arrow.
Heavenly Grace is there. Arrow does connect onto Mind Control. I thought that might have hit the Troll Summoner, but instead it was Mind Control. Gets off the Rupture, getting extremely low, but the Star
that's a
will not
good
finish
combo,
off the
though.
Chronosphere onto 2 heroes. Weehaw just in range for the Rocket Barrage as well, as Zai is taking the brunt of the damage here, but now Miracle in a lot of trouble. Looks like he's getting life drain. Will have to time walk out, but there's the Avatos into the Blood Right again. Matu trying to cleave his way out of this, but it's not to be this time around. Nisha, looks like they'll find 1 kill on the back end, and it was Weehaw, but it's a 3-for-1. And Yapzor might be the 4th. We'll sidestep a bit. Does have 1 leap available, but the bash is there, and that is now a
Damage ult has that long of a cooldown when it scales with your... Like, it scales inherently with your hero. If you compare it to something like Zeus ulti, which is more like a static amount, this is like theoretically limitless in damage. Oh,
Oh,
good
nice
from
hook
Zai.
stomp onto 2 from Zai. Stampede to follow. Nisha gets off the Sanity's Eclipse onto 2. Still taking forever to take out the Bloodseeker, but they finally do it along with the Tiny now.
To take over the fight eventually. So 40% damage reduction in that Stampede is really good. It's a 4-second duration. It's about the same as Chrono, so you can limit that.
GH showing himself. Yeah, he might be in some trouble here. He gets cleaved down very easily. Zai with a nice hook stomp initiation. Kuroki trying to get off the GA, but that cast animation is too much for him. Does have buyback available as Matu pops that BKB. Rupture was expended onto Zai in the backside here as Weehaw will get Stormhammer to the face and right-clicked for the win. So double buyback for Enigma despite losing Weehaw. That's a 5 versus 4. Matu's just going to focus on the tier 2 tower. Zai finds Miracle. Hoof Stomp is there into the arrow. Do they have the follow-up damage is the question. Stormhammer, not going to be there.
That was a rare blunder from GH. I don't know what the... back, but they already lost Kuro. And now they need to make something out of this. They'll find a little Pugna.
A little bit of Pugna there. Nisha
need
gets
the
off
OD,
the
though. That's the big
Astral
kill.
Spirit. Yeah, this would be really big, but Kuroki can only chase with
Here's
the
BKB,
2 levels
he's
of
not gonna
degen
die.
aura. That time's for him, but GH links in.
If they chrono him,
Oh,
he could-
into the
oh,
chrono,
he's
into
up
the
in
air,
there.
just like you were talking about, Cinderin.
He's fine.
That BKB gets the Astral off onto the Void. Still has Sanity's Eclipse to work with. Has 8 stacks right now of the charges. Miracle attempting to run away now, but Matu looks like he'll be chased a little bit here, but the damage applied to OD is out of control. They're going to be able to find that kill with ease. It's a 2-for-0 now. All said and done, Matu attempting to TP out will be successful with that BKB. Homing Missile on its way for Yapzor. And with GH here, that's going to be another easy one.
He was not
A
fine.
little bit of turnaround here.
Uh-oh.
Bye. Atos into Homing Missile, into Call Down as well. Puppey might be keeping into his potential death. Gets up to Decrepify on himself, but it's going to take extra damage as a result. Will die shortly after. And now Zai looks to be next on the list. Secret are just crumbling all of a sudden. Ranked 6th in the world on Centaur for like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's
Taking a
because you were the
screenshot.
one
Puppey.
who played most Centaur games in those 5 hours.
That is correct. Puppey.
He is dead.
He is dead indeed.
Oh, here comes
we're gonna
Superman.
see the buyback. Superman indeed. Is that enough to actually take out Kuroki? It is easily. Pops the BKB, but he's ruptured right now, so has to stand in place again. So it's a 1-for-1 with the buyback onto Puppey. Homing Missile connects onto Zai, so we'll likely not be able to follow this up. I mean, not the worst.
Smoke though, so it's kind of difficult to get the jump.
Is ending kind of soon here.
Maybe they will get cold feet.
I don't know if they can actually get this. GH?
He has no buyback.
He's going to get decimated. That should open it up quite a bit. Well, this will be a slower run. Sure, they're going to try to make that work a little bit better this time around. Miracle still has a DD, just hit level 20.
This
so
is
has
an
the
unexpected
time walk
smoke, by
talent.
the way.
Chronosphere on Tanisha.
Really nice.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't have Aegis, honestly. That would have felt like a waste, because he would have died twice, almost certainly.
That's such a good play call because you still have a dead Tiny, but you have some key information. Zai showed bottom to push out that wave, and you see the OD and you know it doesn't have Aegis, so you just immediately
They're
just
actually going to fight this. There's no buyback available.
Really good
Kuroki
E-Blade.
is going to get push stomp again, double stun, enough to take out that pesky Omni Knight. And there's the Stormhammer again onto Miracle. Does he actually have enough damage to finish off Miracle? Doesn't look like it, but he will have enough to take out Weehaw. Beautiful fight for Secret, despite being one man down from the beginning of this fight. But they knew that Chronosphere is down, of course. Mind Control forced out the BKB. YapzOr pursuing, very little mana to speak of. And is
Too
successful.
much about that. I don't think it makes very much sense.
I just like bringing up neutral items as OD gets the Astral off. I bring up Fated Brooch literally every time. It looks like this will be an easy one onto Weehaw. And they will find him. And actually going to use the Mirana ult in tow. Matu.
Dragon's kill when he just did seems... I don't know how much to read into that. He's like, I'm dying. What do we have to keep me alive?
It's always interesting.
I mean, there is a Craggy coat, so you should probably
deep
take
inside the
Craggy.
base is Matu. Buyback is available for Weehaw. Matu still has the BKB and Aegis, of course. Has a full Satanic as
Great
well.
Chrono.
Chronosphere now on to 3. They're going to be able to take out Pugna very easily. Gyro buys back in the game. Misha pops the BKB on the backside. Centaur actually uses his ult while ruptured, but will be fine for now. Miracle continue to get right-click. Arrow connects into the Sandy's Eclipse and double edge. That is enough to take out Miracle. 80 seconds on the deck. Meanwhile, Matu continuing to do so much damage on the backside. He is 1v3ing right now while his team is attempting to take racks. Matu still with the Aegis, by the way. But he is the building taker. Yeah, into the literal fountain he goes. He will drop, and the Aegis expires during that. Oh my lord. Typical Matu style. You love to see it, depending on your perspective, of course.
I mean, it's entertaining no matter who you're cheering for, right?
It's true. Well, not always. But yes.
Entertaining doesn't... I don't know what the word is. It's kind of... It's one of the crazier items, in a way. Oh, they found
Miracle's
Matu.
going to jump in with that Chronosphere.
He's going to get saved. So, this is not a good engage from Enigma.
For now.
This can't
GH
possibly be good.
Completely wrong side of the river right now. He's just getting right-click down very easily. Matu still has the BKB as well. GA is going to be popped, but Tiny just gets cleaved down easily. Nisha, in the meantime, pops the BKB. Still has the cheese. Arrow's not going to connect. And now Enigma on the run. GH buys back into the game. Zai has already used the Stampede. Matu just getting healed from the backside. Puppy with the Aether Lens can stay from a distance. Bloodright looks like it'll connect. Matu has to pop the Satanic in addition. Actually has the Leveler in his inventory as well. Sandy's Eclipse is there. Is this going to be enough to take out anybody right now? As GH bought back into the game. Miracle. A lot of damage mitigation now, but he's getting right click from Nisha on the backside. They do find the Sven, and Nisha looks to be next.
Yes,
no
cheese.
Sandy's Eclipse. Pops the cheese, but he's completely outnumbered right now. YapzOr trying to jump in. Kuroki saving mind control again. Zai trying to help his teammate out. Nisha continuing to right-click. Weehaw staying alive throughout all of this. Ups the E-Blade on himself, but Puppy finally gets that kill. Miracle looks to be next. So Secret starting to come back in this fight despite losing Sven.
That's such a nice Minotaur Horn usage as well. I don't think Enigma accounted for that at all. That Nisha has that item, so when BKB is down, he has another save. And use that horn to big meals.
Big meal, oh my. So this is a refresher shard. See if they end up putting this on Sven or not.
Backpack for now. It is really good on him. It's double Satanic BKB. And GDS.
Hook stomp initiation, but there. Oh, the arrow connects after the fact. He's in a lot of trouble. Matu just destroys Kuroki.
Refresher.
And another Stormhammer to finish off a couple more. 3 dead in the blink of a freaking eye. Now Miracle all alone. Gonna have to dodge that arrow. Gets Stormhammered from the backside. There's the hoof stomp, and there is the damage.
God,
As
that
Secret.
is...
What a fight.
That is such a nasty use of the refresher, right? Like you see, it was a flat-out one-shot, by the way. And again, find Omni, kill Omni. Kuro just... He can't get caught by Sven ever in this game. There's just no way. And he did. And then he's dead.
That God Strength with that refresher shard, as GGs are called. I mean, with this leveler intact, they take these buildings so freaking fast. As GG is called, so game 1 goes to Secret. And we talked about how the OD was a bit of a... I mean, it